Hey guys, it's Miss Ford. I wanted to show you some of the good academic resources that the Media Center has for you. So I'm on ClassLink here and I am going to log in. Sorry, I have like 50 trillion passwords with my ID and my password. And your ClassLink might look a little bit different than mine because you guys have the student version, I have the teacher version, but you're actually going to click here. So we have a couple different items here. If you guys click on Destiny, that is going to take you to our library catalog where you can look up books we have in the Media Center. Soar Overdrive is going to be all the ebooks and audiobooks we have, but for today we're going to click on MackinVia. So within MackinVia, you've got a lot of resources. We've got ebooks, we've got audiobooks. In our ebooks, we've got AP study books, so all kinds of things. Today we're going to click on databases. And database is essentially, it's a search engine specifically for academic research. So if you guys are looking for something that's more college level, your teacher wants you to have a journal article, we're going to use Academic Search Complete. So I'm going to click Open Now, and this is super easy to use. So on here, this is hosted by EBSCOhost, which is a database. When you guys get to college, you will also probably have access to this. So there's a couple different things I like to do when conducting my research. So the first thing is I click full text so that I have the full text article. And scholarly peer review just means that someone else read over my work, so that if I say that aliens exist, then someone else smart looks at it and says, yes, that's true. So I also want to change my published date, so I want something fairly recent. So I usually choose like January 2009 to 2019, so something within the last 10 years. And then if you need to, you can change your publication type. So up here, we are going to search for something. So I'm going to search for Goliath beetles. You're going to see here that it's actually going to, similar to Google, you'll see that it's going to predict what I might want. So I want a Goliath beetle. And we're going to hit search, and let's see what pops up. So you'll see here, it's going to give me 7 articles that are going to be helpful. Subjects is going to simply kind of just show me what I'm looking at. So I'm going to click on this. Let's see, let's find a good one. We are going to click on this one so I can just show you what this looks like. So you've got different subjects here that might relate to what I'm looking at. Okay. Down here is the abstract. Remember, the abstract is kind of like flipping over the back of the book and seeing what it's about. It's going to give me a good idea of what I'm reading. It's a summary. Now, keep in mind, if you do not understand what the abstract is talking about, it's probably not an article you want to read because you're probably not going to understand the article. So I can see here that we've got a bunch of data here, so it's probably a pretty good article. When I want the article, I'm going to click on PDF, full text. And from here, I can scroll down and I can read this article. So I'm going to go back to my results list. And I'm going to click back on my article. So I want to show you some cool stuff you can do here. So if you click on Cite and scroll down to MLA, I can actually copy and paste this article's citation so that I don't have to worry about doing the citation. Don't forget that if you're going to use an article or might possibly use an article, make sure you save it so that you can find it later. Let's look at one more database we had. So going back to my database page, We have these really awesome Gale resources called In Context. I'm going to show you science in context, but we have biography in context. Let's scroll down. We've got a virtual reference library. We've got opposing views in context that looks at things from multiple perspectives. This is great if you're doing a Socratic seminar or looking at the current issue. So we're going to keep loading more. So we're going to look at science in context, and all of them work this way. We also have U.S. history in context. We've got student resources in context. We've got world history in context. So lots of different options here. So we're going to click open now. And one of the reasons I like these in context resources is they work very similar to like Google and Wikipedia. It's kind of like they both had a baby. So you'll see here, I've got topics of interest, so things that are related to, you know, hot button topics, things that are going on. I've also got topics down here that might help me out. Okay, so I'm going to go at the top and I'm going to search for insects. And as you'll see, just like it did with EBSCOhost, that academic search complete, it's going to populate what I might want. So we're going to choose insects. So you'll see here, it gives me an overview of what an insect is. And if I click read more, this is going to work kind of like a Wikipedia article. And then it's going to give me websites here that might be helpful. Down at the bottom, it's got an encyclopedia citation for me. Let's try something else so we can get an academic journal. So let's click on, let's see, rainforest. So we're going to explore, let's see, browse topics. I'm trying to get one here so you guys can see. Oh, here we go. So down at the bottom, you'll see that it's got reference, academic journals, images, audio, news, magazines, all kinds of things. So as I scroll, I search fermentation. I'm going to click on tea plants. So it's going to give me more things that I can look at that I might be interested in. Other subjects that relate to tea. And like Wikipedia, it also gives me my subjects highlighted here that I can click on. And it's going to take me to even more articles. It gives me a description of key terms that I might not know, other books that might be interesting, other websites again, and then I've got my citation down at the bottom that I can just copy and paste. I can also download this article. I can send it to my Google Drive or my OneDrive or even my email to help me find it later. I hope this guide helps you guys in your research. Let me know if I can do anything for you. Bye.